Namaste. This is my third video recording about my story with Ram Bomjon Dharma Sangha. I finished my last video with speaking about my experience in Nimadava Tamang's house in Kathmandu, where he was accommodating the devotees who were heading to Halkhoriya. Then I mentioned that there had been some certain signs that Andrea Good already did some work to make my name a little harmed among the people. I don't know, what did she say? I think it's always the question of offended pride in her case, which culminated, this kind of offended pride over the years. It culminated with Andrea into a very extreme hate campaign. I have to mention this because practically I didn't do anything bad to her and anyone. I came to help and I came to offer all my skills and knowledge connected to yoga and spirituality. I had only good intentions also with Dharma Sangha, and my friends know it. A few people know it, but unfortunately I have such kind of friends which are like me, kind of background people, not very authoritative. They are not going to argue about Marīci with them. Although there was a Russian girl whom in 2011 the Sangha tried to turn against me. Now I have to finish, or there is some noise, so I have to run a little. So yes, there were attempts to there always are attempts to influence my friends against me. So this Russian girl in the autumn, I think it was September 2011 in Halkhoriya, they came to her, Ivy Juga concretely, and some other people, I think Andy Good also, complaining, why are you making friends with Marīci? You should stop to make friends with her. She's an enemy of Guruji. But she didn't have reason to do this. So, just a moment. There is an pillar. She didn't have reason to listen to them, and she told them, look, you are my friends, and I would never listen to others who would tell me don't be on the friends of Ivy, Darshan, Balahari. So why are you telling me this? Let me decide myself. It's my friend, like you are my friends. I'm not going to discriminate anyone, she told. Such attempts had been made by Andrea Good even during my captivity in 2012. Together with Semyon, they had approached another person, a friend from the Google group, Anna, and wrote her she should stop contact with Marīci because Marīci is mentally ill, they told. This story of about mental disturbance, mentally illness, schizophrenia, and many variations had been repeated by the Sangha, these attempts, many times. But again, they addressed to the wrong person. This Anna wrote me back an email that this attempt had been made. Due to the fact that this was made by email, the Sangha people also should sometimes think about the possibility of proving this kind of gossiping of people of Marīci. Okay, so let's go back to the moment when I was first time in Nepal in 2011, or it was actually the beginning of 2011, January. Due to my plan was to arrive in December, but as I told, I missed a lot of planes. And then with Andy, whom I still considered a friend, we arrived to Halkhoriya to serve Guruji as translators. Some animal went into my eye. Okay. And in the beginning it was okay. As one devotee described, the atmosphere around the Dharma Sangha in Halkhoriya was like a scout camp. The same habits of making fires in the evening, cooking together, cutting vegetables, chatting with others. Just we had this pioneer system in communist Czech Republic, and so it reminded us of that. Not much of spiritual, actually nothing spirituality. And once a time this Dharma Sangha came to the settlement because he was meditating a little deep inside the jungle. And so he blessed the people and told a few words to the nearest ones in Nepali, which we didn't understand that time. So when I arrived with Andy, we made a tent. Oh, sorry, in the beginning we stayed in the clay house with the other girls. Actually, it was maybe 2-3 weeks we were staying there because Andy was arranging a big tent from Kathmandu. And so the money, Andy was very clever because there was a collection of money from Google Group for us. But actually, the Nepalis, the poor Nepalis, they didn't understand whose money they are getting. And he was giving them presents, money, but it was always she who was the giver. So she knew very well how to get their respect and love. But although I was also from Google Group and I was also offered this help from Google Group people, I didn't want to deal with money, so I left all this job for Andy to decide to whom to give, how much to give me, etc. I had some needs like everyone from Europe, which I don't have anymore, but this kind of luxurious needs, not too much, but to eat chocolate sometimes or have some cream and like this. So I was quite modestly living on the money of Google Group. But what happened, Andy became very popular, and they considered her leader of the Google Group. And she introduced me already in this kind of position that I am someone less and just like her servant. Because in Nepal, India, it's still like Middle Ages. Certain people, low caste people or poor people can be considered as servants. And so Andy adjusted to this system very easily and considered me her servant. Even she jokingly called me PA, personal assistant, not even thinking a moment that maybe someone could feel offended by this. But actually I didn't care about it. I cared just about Dharma Sangha and meditation. And this is the danger, exactly this kind of indifference we all had, and some of us still have, saying, I don't care. Oh yeah, there are human stuff, there are some mistakes, people do mistakes. I don't say anything. I see something bad, I don't say, I didn't see. This is a big mistake, because now, currently, many Sangha members are doing this. And washing their hands, I was not there. I didn't decide about her captivity. I didn't torture her directly. But it's not like that, people. We have something called conscience. So we should act according to this conscience. But let's go back. Andy was kind of friend at the beginning, but very soon she showed me a respect towards me, and in front of the people, in a way that, for example, when Dharma Sangha arrived to give blessings, I was working in the tent, or I was just doing something. She didn't call me there. Or when she had some discussion with the Kempo, she didn't invite me to that discussion to decide. So I was not very much involved. In the beginning I really minded it, because this was actually the reason I came to help and to volunteer. And I wanted, honestly, I wanted to use my skills for them, to help them. It's not that I would be some proud, but that time as I was still in the stress of visa problem, because there was still not sure if the committee or the Sangha will be able to arrange us volunteer visa. There were gossips like it's not possible, we will have to find, but they were always ensuring us that it will be okay, it will be okay. Nimadawa Tamang had my passport in Kathmandu, and so he knew everything, every detail about me. I trusted him, asking him to extend my visa when money arrived, and so on. This trust also turned against me finally, because when they decided to harm me completely without reason, this Nimadawa Tamang gave all my details to the Simra organization, immigration organization, to chase me down. And of course he misused this information many times in the next months against me. Finally also, of course, in the time of the 2012 captivity. So you see, people, I had big trust to many of you, but you just abused my trust against thinking. I know you were all thinking that you are serving Guruji by this, but just tell me honestly, Andi Good and Nimadawa Tamang, can you serve God by demonic means? Can you serve Buddha by the means of Mara? I don't think so. So just please think about a little, how would you feel after all that you had done in 2011 and 2012.